Okay, guys, finally back in Denmark, and it was really a busy week. Almost couldn't find any time to make this video, so finally I can find a minute and just talk about East versus West 14, all the matches. Mostly, of course, about the lightweight classes, which are the most relevant to me, and then of course I will mention the big boys as well. Just my opinion. So yeah, let's get into it. First match, Raymond Leapin, Ryan Bellinger. Ryan was just too big, just too good. He did look just looked very strong, very muscular. Size-wise, he was really quite a big guy. So that's a pity. I was rooting for Raymond's, and apparently Ryan was just a bit too much. During that match, I was just thinking how sometimes having a top roll option could also be a nice thing, because if you are losing, at least you could maybe try some different directions, and didn't seem like Raymond's had that option on that day. But yeah, it is what it is. Next one, Emeric Pradines versus Jonathan Breda. That was a great match. 2-0 at first for Jonathan, and Emeric managed to bring it back in a very ugly kind of no hand control, lost wrist position. So props to Emeric, very good job. Jonathan still looked very, very good. I think he was almost, maybe he just relaxed too much in that third round. I think he almost allowed Emeric to get inside, and that was apparently a problem. Yeah, Jonathan told me how he is normally a hook guy, and he almost expected Emeric to be better in the top hole. But during the match, they just switched sides. Apparently, Emeric was quite good inside, and Jonathan, I guess he just got tired after round 3. Still a good job by Jonathan. He really showed how he is at a very good level, but at the same time, Emeric, I think Emeric is also showing a very, very high level, winning his second match in a row at East versus West. I'm just somehow surprised by Emeric. I was almost not expecting him to do so well. So good job, Emeric. Next one, we go to the girls' match. Alexandra Ozerova and Elizabeth Mosek. So yeah, Elizabeth was very muscular and strong, especially in straps. Alexandra just could not handle the power. Not sure what else is worth to say. Yeah, we see what happens next. Who is Elizabeth pulling next? But yeah, next one. That's the one which I was excited about. Hunter Novs versus Doug Earling. And of course, Doug was good at the pre-match interviews, and he was both of the guys were good at marketing the match. And Hunter showed up quite big, which I think surprised Doug. Either way, I had a good feeling that Doug is getting hooked. I think Doug he just needs more table time if he wants to. Even if he is strong enough, he is not really controlling the match. Like, his opponents are normally they have more table IQ, I would say, and they are able to choose the direction which is better for them. So let's see if Doug is coming back, or maybe that was his last match. I don't know. I would like him. I would like to see him again. But either way, Hunter knows. Good job, my guy. Hunter might be one of my future opponents. I still don't see him being very effective against me. But let's see. Let's see. And if Doug ever had to, yeah, I don't think me and Doug are close power wise. He might think otherwise, of course, but thinking I'm beating Doug quite easily, and then Hunter, same thing, just because stylistically he's a hook guy. I don't think he will be that good yet, but okay, maybe let's give him some more time. He's still young. The only problem I see is that it seems like he really bulked up quite a lot for this match, and I'm not sure if he can maintain that same power gain over time. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, next, Corey West versus Travis Bajan. Yeah, I was talking shit to Travis just because Artem Turnenko is his good friend. So since I am fighting Artem, I was also trash talking Travis. But it was a little bit sad to see him lose against Corey. You know, all of us, we were putting a lot of hopes into Travis' comeback. Not sure how did that loss affect him. He's still a bit quiet on social media. I didn't see any posts from him. So let's see what happens next. He should not give up yet. I'm sure he could still improve. It just takes time. Plenty of arm wrestling is weird, or maybe not weird. Maybe that's normal. You know, you just have to really put quite a few good years into it for a proper comeback. Meanwhile, Corey was so massive. He's just looked very strong. Looked very strong. Yeah, I'm not sure about the. Yeah, since I'm normally not thinking much about the heavyweights, I'm not even sure where to put Corey now. Who should he face next? No idea. I will probably leave this to Engen. Anyway, so next one: Paul Talbot versus Resh Sadrakian. I almost thought that Resh would win in a bit easier manner, and I know his victory did look dominant, but from my perspective, Paul had a lot of power, and if he used it in a better way by maybe getting the hand first, getting through the hand first, and then using the frame to finish it slowly, maybe that would be much more effective. And it did look like from if he was able to almost match the power on the inside, I think he could really do so well if he got the hand first and then kept fighting until the finish. So I'm quite impressed by Paul Talbot, even if he lost. Sometimes you just need to feel it, and maybe next time you can do much better against the same kind of pulling style. Okay, Reg is always a beast. Just another victory for him. Yeah, he should have a shot at the title, if that was not a title match. Okay, so we go next to Lars Robakin versus Matt Mask. Matt Mask did great here. No problems going through a hand. And I don't remember Lars really even attempting. Not sure if he attempted the press or not. Because when you think about the matchup, you would think that Lars would maybe get his shoulder in, which didn't happen. Congrats to Matt Max. Yanis Amance versus Justin Bishop. So this is another one which is very relevant to me. Yeah, I think there's a high chance that I might meet one of these guys again because yeah, they are both now in 77 kilo class. Justin came in pretty light, and Yanis was always in that class. So yeah, interesting matchup, very beautiful, of course, to see 2-3. The result was 2-3. At first I thought that yeah, Justin is just winning it. But then I was rewatching that match, and I can see how Justin is actually a bit too quick to. He's rushing the pin a little bit, I would say. Even the first round pin was a little bit. His wrist is just a bit open. Why is he not securing it fully before going sideways? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like if he worked on that, or maybe he just has no time for it because his endurance is not that great. I don't know. Still seems like him securing the hand first and then going sideways would be much better. Because yeah, if he doesn't, that's what happens. You know, you give Yanis a little bit of rest, and then it's hard to pin. Especially since Justin doesn't really have a flop press. So after all, seeing the result, I think both Justin and Yanis are not really dangerous to me in any way. I was almost disappointed by Justin. Actually, I thought he could do much better, but if he was not able to beat Giannis, who got injured in round one, it's really not that great. Not that great. I think the shape which I was in would not even feel Justin now. But let's see what happens. Yeah. So next, Franklin Pirelli, Dave Chaffy. Dave Chaffy has a pretty strong hand, and since he was able to match the top roll power from Frank, suddenly, yeah, the top roll from Frank is not that dangerous anymore. And then Dave just has too much overall power, and he can safely go sideways, and it's not no big deal. So good job, Dave Chaffee. Good job. Maybe he's suddenly, Dave had a few years where he was struggling. Maybe he's getting back into proper shape as well. My match was next. Yeah, sure. Let me talk about that. Actually, yeah, felt this time I was not gonna make the same mistake like I did last time when I was fighting Arthur Macaro. I got the full control in round one, and I was just a bit too happy. I showed like it's too easy, and then Artem just elbow fouled, and we had to restart. And then he kind of outsmarted me by maybe not outsmarted, but yeah, he surprised me by going in sideways in a very fast way, and then maybe I got some damage because of that. And then, so the thing is that I told to myself I should not be showing my opponents how easy the match is going for me, because then maybe they start to make adjustments instead of just sitting in that position. So here with Artem, yeah, round one, if you can see it, I'm just not smiling too much, not talking at all, not looking at the crowd yet. Just secured my wrist, and I'm just kind of sitting, waiting it out a bit. But the truth is that I was really not feeling much. Yeah, it's funny how arm wrestling is weird because as long as the tendons and joints are strong enough, I'm not even feeling much. And yeah, in round two, I had to already look at the crowd because it was really. Wasn't really working hard. And yeah, of course, me looking at the crowd maybe did make me a bit more tired than I wanted to be. But so yeah, overall easy match. I guess maybe because stylistically, it's just hard for me to lose against Artem's technique. I don't know what was the reason, but I felt really good in that match. I felt really good. So yeah, happy about that victory because I didn't expect it to be so easy. Next, Tom Holland versus Craig Tullier. Those two guys are actually also interesting to me because yeah, they are both white class above, but there's still only one white class. Yeah, you know, I am kind of interested in having a match against one of those guys. And then Craig Tullier, we knew he was really good, and I was expecting him to be just a little bit better than Tom. And even actually stylistically, it's the difficult match for Tom because Tom is allowing, or maybe yeah, Craig is just that good at getting that, at going first, dragging, opening the opponent a bit, and also finishing. So wasn't really sure what kind of thing could Tom attempt because the thing which he tried is actually not bad. You know, if you really force Craig to be a little bit over supinated while finishing, it could maybe stop Craig from pinning. But still, it's a bit too risky. Most likely, Craig just had a bit too much power also. So yeah, good match. Congrats to Craig. Maybe we meet one day, and of course I would win, but it's a nice match. Camellia Blonsky versus Michael Todd. Oh yeah, that's cool. I thought Camilla would go for Michael, but then that joint lock is still kind of working. Michael didn't even have to drop so low. Yeah, he was low, but it was all according to the rules. So yeah, good to see Michael coming back. And he's even facing Gennady next time. So good for Michael. Good for Michael. Rustam Babai versus Paul Lynn. Not surprised here. Yeah, I guess Paul Lynn is maybe still not far away. Not that far away. But I'm yeah, still happy for Rustam. Rustam was somehow a bit sad about not having any wins lately. So I'm happy that he finally got one. So maybe that's his way back into the game. Next, Yevgeny Prudnik versus Todd Hutchings. Didn't really see the match too much. Didn't pay too much attention to that match because I guess I was somewhere outside. But I saw a few rounds and Todd was just yeah. It's weird. Why is Yevgeny struggling so much? Maybe he's not able to train properly late. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just singing too much. But Todd did great. Just you could see the dominance quite early, actually. Um, Next, John Brzen versus Leonidas. Um, I was worried about John because I knew that Leonidas is just so good in many ways. You know, even endurance is not bad. Everything, top roll, hand. So he has many good things for arm wrestling. So just happy that John managed to pull it off. It did look a bit risky at times, but then yeah, that flop press from John. I don't think we saw it much lately. I feel like maybe he worked a little bit on that. And then the last one is Alex Kurdescha versus Jerry Cadret. So I guess now we know that Jerry was probably really not feeling great when he fought Hermes because he did look amazing against Alex. Yeah, Alex just couldn't really do much. I don't know what else to say here. Let's see more Jerry against both Hermes and maybe even Levan. But okay, here we go. All the, I don't know how many matches. Great event overall, great atmosphere. If those events keep growing like that, I think we'll have so much fun, so much fun. Thank you, Ingi Terzi. Thank you, Chance Show. Many of our guys did so well. So even Ramon's Leapin, she's always working hard. I do want to mention one last thing, maybe like a pro tip for all the armor sling fan, or maybe also armor slurs who did watch the whole video. Oh shit, we already 20 minutes in. So let me drop one advice on how to prepare well for the tournaments. The best way to rest, I think I almost figured out the best way to rest. So the thing is that if you when you rest, you need two things. You want some good freshness in your joints and tendons and muscles, but also you don't want to relax too much. If you do nothing at all for 2 weeks, which is normally the time required for the joints to properly heal up and whole body to rest properly. If you just do nothing for those 2 weeks, you might just start feeling a bit soft, and maybe the muscles don't want to engage. So what people normally do is that they don't really take those 2 weeks off. They do keep some blood flow exercises in, some rubber bands or whatever it is. And if you do that, there's also a risk that you are maybe not resting properly. Maybe you do get some blood flow and you're healing up, but you don't really get that full reset, which normally also adds quite a bit of power. Just the nervous system, if it can take a break and just rest, do nothing at all, that's also very useful. So the thing which I did for the past few tournaments, and it felt so great, is I do take a big break, let's say 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks, of just nothing at all. A few very light, maybe blood flow exercise during those 2 weeks, but really close to nothing. And then the last week before the tournament, I would start doing some light table practice sessions. So let's say one super light table session like a week before the tournament, and then another one 3-4 days before the tournament. And I guess I'm lucky because I have a good friend here close to my home. He's helping me to do those light 40%, let's say, table practices where I'm really not getting damaged, but at the same time, I'm already, like, after a good break of nothing, I'm already starting to kind of go harder and harder. And suddenly, on the competition day is just my peak after being super rested. So that's what I would advise you guys to try. Just a big break, complete reset of the nervous system, just relaxed, and then slowly getting into one table session, another table session, tournament. Anyways, guys, that's a long video already. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next event. Boom.